I hope I can remember to tell my daughter that sometimes a lot of the head spinning feelings that you get and the lack of concentration comes from what we're eating. Sometimes it's the various foods. I'm not blaming just all meats and dairies, and I'm not blaming all sugars. Sometimes they're natural, unnatural, mixed, hybrid foods, combination of foods, all of the above. I don't even know what all the ramifications are and all that stuff there. But I know I'm a lot different now that we've been on 3.5 months of no dairy and 15 months plus of no meats. And then I didn't know about the sugars till, we'll say, it set in about 14 years ago when I did a cutback on sugars. And to this day, I'm 50% more sugar free than I was earlier in my life. Once I got from, teen years into the working years and stuff like that, basically, I was overdoing it with sugar good, sugar products, sweets, some natural fruits and stuff like that, but a lot of boxed snack cakes and variations of all of the like. Even when you did barbecue, lots of barbecue sauces. If you did steak sauces, burgers, all the variety of things that go with those things, fries, etc. And when you watch over the shows through the years, some of them like the doctor shows or the main doctor there off TV and some of the other ones, and then when you watch some of the off-grid stuff, and sometimes it gives you better information than the actual doctors do, who sometimes seem to be controlled by the industry like they say, or they themselves don't know because they've never scientifically studied it, and they're not allowed to really say what's factual and not factual because it hasn't been done in a scientific study, or it hasn't been released for that information, or it hasn't been taught to them through a school professionally, because they don't want to deter any industry. They don't want to harm any meat or sugar industry or fish industry or anything like that, and a lot of people don't really worry about the vegetable industry, but with all the stuff going on around the pesticides and other stuff there, and it's a world of difference. They say if you can do your own organic garden, that's the best way to go, and sometimes I believe them. And across the board, it's hard to do. How are you going to get there? I know there's a lot of ways you can grow it in pails, and they got special pipes you can do now with the irrigation and stuff. It's pretty neat. I haven't got into all that yet, but if you do, that's awesome. But basically, I do remember, like in school, sometimes it was hard to focus. You daydream, and sometimes when you look back, I find out later a lot of it was from probably too many snack cakes or combination of bad sugars and carbs and the like. Not pointing out any one company or food industry for that. I mean, our family really didn't have a lot of that box stuff, until we got to the late teenage years, where other people have lived on it their whole lives. And I'm telling you, if you could just give it up for a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, you're going to feel totally different. And if you can put some exercise into there and healthy eating, and if you can get to the point where you're eating your organic vegetables and all the like and stuff like that, and even some of the plant-based alternatives are better than some of the other manufactured goods. One person told me at the time, you shop more on the outside of the store. And I take what they were meaning when they said the outside of the stores. Look where the produce is. Even like some of the people that eat the fresh lean meats, the chickens, that kind of stuff. It's usually the outside of the store, not the inside of the store, where everything's more processed. So the least amount of processing, the better. I've believed that for years. I might not have been able to always follow that, even to this day. But it's educating yourself and watching the off-grid stuff and what they teach you probably in colleges, reliable news sources, a combination of people that know, that are in the industry of health food and other stuff, and people that exercise and work out, and find out what 20, 30 people's stories are that's in the industry, not just one. Find out 20 different people on 20 different diets that are achieving their goals, or talk to 20 people on 20 different diets that didn't achieve their goals, so you know what that they want to work more on and what they've tried and that hasn't worked for them. And then I know for me, when I lost a bunch of weight in 98, I was barely eating anything, and I wasn't really exercising, and I took vitamins, but I didn't know about eating right. But that's a whole different story. But I heard of it, but I just didn't know about it. Yes, everybody go through that, especially when you're young. So, all right, well, that's my thing. Find out what's not good for you and avoid it, or at least minimize it. Thanks. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for like, share, subscribe. Have a good one.